evening session. Opening night then of the 2017 BDO World Championship. Watching on for us in the commentary box, Vassos Alexander, and good evening, John Rawling.
Good evening, Matt. Nice to see you here. Hope you're enjoying your debut at the Lakeside. It is a special atmosphere, and J.Smith, the Canadian, is clearly a man who absolutely revels in it. His world ranking, BDO ranking, only 30. This is only his third year here. But as you've heard, a semi-finalist in 2015, runner-up last year, beaten by Scott Waits. But you can almost guarantee that he's going to perform well again. He's a real unflappable character. Seigo Asada, we know he can throw. He's 5 years Jeff Smith's junior, ranked 108. But he has got 4 ranking titles to his name and 4 times the Japan Open champion. So is he going to be able to push Smith? Will it be a close one, or will Smith show that legendary consistency and temperament that served him so well in the last couple of years? He's an impressive sort of performer, Vassos.
He is. This is a preliminary round match, remember. First to 3 sets through to round 1.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. Jeff to throw first. Game on!
Japan against Canada on the Oki in Frimley Green in Surrey. Jeff Smith here won as many matches last year as Scott Waits, the champion, in reaching the final, because once again he had to start in this preliminary round. Brian Pecker Dawson, the 12th seed this year, awaits in round 1 proper. Smith beat Dawson 4-1 in the second round last year.
Be a good match, that one, if Smith gets through, unquestionably. But I just got a feeling that Asada's going to give him a run for his money tonight. Won the Asian regional qualifying tournament, but Jeff always prepares meticulously on the day of competition. Always seems to get it right and produce his best form when it matters. He's a redoubtable competitor.
Twice before he's been here, and he's never lost before the semi-finals. And this is why.
140.
Started well, and he's on a finish. Asada way back.
140, 131, 140 in 3 visits to the Oki from Jeff Smith.
100.
90 points.
Jeff, you require 90.
Away from the first leg.
Well, time on his side, of course, because Asada, well, he needs 140 really to be in with a chance at all. Smith just needing tops when he returns. Another treble needed, and he's got it. Good dance.
Jeff, you require 40.
Double top then for a 13-dart leg.
Jeff Smith
to open the match.
Seigo to throw first
And hold his throw.
Well, he always seems nerveless, doesn't he? But if there were 1 or 2 butterflies fluttering away in his stomach, Jeff Smith will have settled down very nicely indeed 42. As a result of that. Lost 7-1 to Scott Waits in the final last year. He actually played a bit better than that. It wasn't the steamrolling that score suggests, but if Smith's going to win it, he needs to find another gear, and he's showing signs here in this early stages of the match of the sort of form that he's going to need to produce.
Chatting to him backstage, it was just like chatting to him last year or the year before. He's a very unassuming guy. He's quietly spoken. He has a steeliness about him that you kind of have to look twice to find.
Couple of ranking trophy victories this year, Halifax Open and the Bob Jones Memorial on the other side of the pond. 8 ranking trophies he's won in all. Had a win over Simon Whitlock in the Grand Slam as well, but got through the qualifying stages and then got beaten by Phil Taylor 10-5. Seeing the press this morning, Phil talking about packing it in. I seem to have heard that somewhere before. Frankly, I don't think he will pack it in.
Let's hope he doesn't.
He's got some darts still in him yet, says Phil, and if he's watching now, I'm sure he'll take that on board and nod and say, yeah, maybe.
Hello. They're in. Not quite.
140.
For the man from Osaka in Japan, Ninja they call him.
He was playing spot the faces, spot the player in the players' rounds earlier. There's a wall of former great players over the years who've played here, and Sergei was looking at them, examining them.
57.
Very youthful looking
Jeff
Chris
Require
Mason in there.
143.
Sergei, I'm sure, would love to have his face up there as well.
$97. Sego, you require 98.
98 then for Sego Asada to level the opening set. Treble 18 for double 12. Under pressure with Smith on 46. Can't be done now.
58.
So then, Smith for the break of
Jeff
throw.
Require
Sego
46.
Asada not getting what he required now, 46. Double 16 now for 2-0. It's not a bad marker. And
Game
he
shot on the
has
second
cleaned it
leg.
up
Jeff
and
Smith.
taken it out.
Third leg,
And
Jeff
started
to
as though
go first.
he's never been
Game
away
on.
for 12 months. He's easing his way clear already.
$96.
People making all sorts of sacrifices to being here tonight. Look at that. Me or the darts. Oh, here he is. Look what his wife's missing.
$96.
I bet he didn't dress like that when he's watching at home.
$58.
He's not settled into it yet, has he, Vassos?
Well, hasn't had a dart at a double yet. Mind you, Jeff Smith has just carried on where he left
80.
off last year. He said business is going well.
Oh, so if
Car
I need
restoration
need
business.
a lick of paint on the motor, all I've got to do is get it across the other side of the
75.
Atlantic then.
There is only one place to get your car painted in New Brunswick, Canada, and it's Jeff's place.
He's a bit of a pimp my ride type sprayer, I gather.
97.
He is. If you want flames
bling,
up the side of your car or all sorts of bling,
not sure it'd look quite right on my old
59.
girl.
Jeff, you require 132.
so this is for the set, 1-3-2 for Jeff Smith. Treble 19. Bullseye.
107.
Not far away.
What a great effort that was. Crowd realising, the aficionados, just how good a checkout that nearly was. And he's going to come back now,
94.
needing 25 for the set.
Single 9. And 2 8s. Oh,
Game
yes.
shot in the first
Oh,
set.
yes.
Jeff Smith. Second set, first leg. Sego to throw first. Game on.
Scoring well enough. Finishing very nicely. 3 out of 5 at a double for Jeff Smith, and one of those was at a bullseye of one of the ones he missed.
Calm,
81.
business-like look about him, isn't he? And he is every bit the gentleman that he looks like he is on stage. If you ever get the chance to have a chat to him, he's got time for everybody and is a thoroughly nice fella.
57.
Wife and family will be watching back home, certainly keeping in touch with his movements through this tournament
96.
as it unfolds. Asada at the moment is just struggling to get a foothold.
I mentioned that Jeff Smith beat Brian Dawson, who awaits in the first round proper, the 12th seed.
56.
This time last year, or in round 2 last year. Well, Asada and Dawson have previous on this lakeside stage as well in the preliminary round of 2015.
140.
Dawson beat Ninja 3-1. Asada struggled on that occasion as well.
As the euphemism goes, he didn't quite get his preparations right. I think I'll leave it there.
136.
First to a finish here, Asada. Early in the second set,
134.
and he will have his first dart at a double when he comes back.
Well, this is the chance that he's been wanting.
92.
And Jeff Smith,
Sego, you require 50.
a long way back. He's on a finish, but now double 16 for Asada. Yes, it is in. He's just checking. double 16 required for his first leg.
34. Jeff, you require 160.
Well, this would hurt if Jeff Smith could take this out. All about the 20s. Can't be done now.
40.
So double 8 now
16.
for the first leg of the second set.
Game
That's
shot
what he
in the
needs.
first leg.
That'll just
Asada.
steady him up now. He's into the match.
Second leg
His
is
game
Jeff to
perhaps
Rovers.
starts from here.
Game on.
Only the second Japanese player to ever appear in the BDO World Championships, Asada. Seige following
100.
Hiroaki Shimusu, the other, who lost in the 2014 preliminaries.
$140.
And still we wait for our first maximum of this match. Jeff Smith, by the way, just the 6th player in history to reach the semi-finals in each of his first 2
83.
years at the World Championships. The others, Leighton Rees, John Lowe, Richie Burnett, Andy Fordham, Wesley Harms. No player has ever reached 3 semi-finals in their first 3 years at Lakeside. I wonder.
99.
Well, as ever, he's going to take some beating, whether it be in this particular match or as the tournament unfolds. And of course, he was the favourite to win this one.
60.
Where's Wally? Wally's at the darts.
41.
Atmosphere, you feel, is kind of set to get a little more boisterous as the evening unfolds.
Tony O'Shea's playing later, isn't he?
Yep, he certainly is.
95.
He'll get the usual hero's welcome, one of the most popular players, and he'll be keen to proceed as well with his mate Daryl Fitton already going through earlier.
125.
More like it from Asada.
What this match needs is a maximum, or a big checkout, or both.
100.
Well, 96 would be
Single
handy.
require 96.
He can do it with a couple of darts. Treble 20, his first target. Treble 20 now would leave double 8. Well, Smith will breathe again and have a chance to hold his throw.
56. Jeff, you require 63.
Treble 13 for double 12. Oh, double 18 is left after all that.
Game
Yes,
shot in the
double
second
18
leg.
is hit
Jeff Smith.
after all that.
Third leg, single to throw
Nature of
first.
the sport, you have your own way, you have your own favourite finishes, your own favourite doubles, and Jeff Smith favoured double 18, and he showed you why.
100.
Held his throw, levelled the set. There's a short break after 2
40.
sets, and then again after 4, if we do go to a deciding 5th.
It goes without saying, doesn't it, that Asada, it's a big set for him, this
40.
one, 2-0 down. And you'd kind of think that he's facing an absolute mountain, but if he can just find a way to win this set, then the match is still very much open. And Smith
36.
just off the boil a little bit all of a sudden.
First couple of legs he was averaging high 90s. But he's struggled with his scoring since. As you can see, his
100.
checkout percentage is excellent.
$140.
More like it.
His-
Sorry, go on. That's
Well, I was just going to say only his first 140 since the second leg of the match.
the other Canadian
96.
winner of this title, famously, the big lad, John Part, champion back in 1994, now gracing the airwaves as a commentator.
45.
Always a good idea to come to the darts.
Yeah, presumably there's a
139.
there's a battery in there somewhere. You wouldn't like to think they were connected to the mains, would you? Bob Potter would have a thing or two to say about that if you were.
95.
So 26, does he go straight at it? Double 13.
Game shot in the third leg.
He does.
Very comprehensive answer.
Full leg Jeff to throw first. Game on.
All the legs in this set going with the darts.
Yeah, which means it's advantage Asada as it stands.
He's 1 up with 2 to play
58.
in this set. And like you were saying, John, just the world of difference between 1 apiece and 2-0.
Love the darts back in Japan. I know when the PDC took one of their tournaments across over there, Peter Wright in particular was absolutely given a hero's welcome.
137.
The one which the organisers of the sport really want to crack. China, that's where they'd like to get in.
91.
Was that the Tin Man? Not in Kansas.
40. Jeff, you require 170.
Follow the yellow brick hockey. Here we go then. Not this time. We've seen a 167 in the very first leg of the tournament from Glenn Durrant.
Yeah, that woke me up in my early afternoon performance. Very handy he looked today, did Durrant. Very solid. He went through just a little blip at one stage, but he came back once he got his nose ahead. He was very impressive, very solid.
So to level this set, oh dear.
Well, that's busted. There were 60 required, and he got the treble 20. But he'll get another go, although Asada, with that 140, will certainly focus his attentions.
So 18s, he's gone this way. Oh dear, this is very sloppy from Jeff Smith. Bullseye his left.
45.
Will Asada punish him now to take the set against the throw? 94 he's looking at. Treble 18 he was looking for tops. Well, he can't do it now,
54.
So Smith gets another opportunity.
Jeff, you require 25.
2 darts at double 8. Needs this one. Well, he's 17. Had 9 darts, Jeff Smith, from 70. And he looks like he's going to lose this set.
Well, that's missed by a distance. Overcompensated, double 10. Well, that's an important dart, really important dart. Kasego Asada getting the double he needs. And although Smith started so brightly, Asada has come back as Smith has gone off the boil a little, and they go into the break all square. It's 1 apiece, and Smith, having started well, the Japanese contender Asada, the ninja, is back looking for it, and it's 1 apiece as they go into the break.
Encounter next between Roger Janssen from Belgium and Mark McGrath from New Zealand. Later on, we've got Aileen de Graaf against Rachel Brooks in the first round of the women's tournament, and then Welshman Jim Williams up against the silverback, the 3-time losing finalist here, Tony O'Shea. Well, Jeff Smith started fantastically as the players re-emerged. Chris Mason, you must have been wondering which Smith you were watching there.
Yeah, that 79 darts was more Matt Smith than Jeff Smith.
Thank you very much. But sometimes a break can be good.
Yes.
For one player or another. This presumably will help Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd go backstage, regroup, give his head a little bit of a shake, and hopefully come out how he started the opening set, because he absolutely started off like a train. You know, I think a 13 dart first leg. And there only looked one winner. That looked like the bookies had it right. But as I said, that Asada's a great player.
Back we go then to John and Vassos.
Well, it's a pick and match now, if it wasn't before. How will Smith react to the break? Will it give him a new impetus?
He's rarely had to come through tight matches, and he's rarely had to come from behind on the Lakeside Hockey. 9 victories so far, and pretty much all of them have been from in front.
41.
Well, it's a great privilege to be in this lakeside commentary box, but that man has graced this seat, Tony Green, more than any other.
Yeah, he did a few years, didn't he?
Great to see you here, Tony.
He'll be thinking, take that camera away, take it away. How many times do you want me on? Well, Tony, once more, mate, once more.
Now we'll be thinking, get that camera back.
60. Seagull, you require 140.
Well, Asada, early chance to break the throw. He's got 6 from 140 and setting himself up very nicely. Tops when he returns.
What's happened to Jeff Smith's scoring? Started so well.
61.
So tops for Asada to take the opening leg of this third set against the throw. Double 10 now. Good dart.
The first leg, Seagull Asada.
Well, Smith's throwing, his scoring power is right down now, averaging 81, and in that opening set it was over a ton for a while and in the high 90s. And he's gone right off the boil, and Asada is capitalising.
43.
Sometimes when your average goes south quickly, it's because you're missing doubles left, right and centre, but that's not the case with Jeff Smith. He's just missing the treble 20. Perhaps that's a good idea.
96.
Switch down to 19s.
Good first start, plenty of space, not so easy now.
100.
Still we wait for our first maximum. The crowd could do with one.
Yeah, it's all just a little bit muted at the moment. They're waiting for it to take off. Lorraine Winstanley watching on. Good player.
58.
Shaking his head a little bit disconsolately, Jeff. He can't quite understand why it's gone wrong.
Comes here off victory in the Bob Jones Memorial, beat Dave Cameron in the final.
Smith, a big ask from 158. It's pretty ordinary from Asada.
Jeff, you require 158. Seagull, you require 152.
Both of them have already had 15 darts in this leg.
$116.
Good last dart.
Jeff, you require 69.
Needs this. Double 18. 2 darts at it. Yes, needed that.
Come on, he says, clenches his fist.
Jeff
Put himself onto his favourite double and tucked it away. Now, what a difference a dart makes.
140.
Still wide open, this one.
One set apiece, one leg apiece. Smith with the darts, but again, just straying out of the treble bed. Or into the wrong one, in the case of his second dart.
Unlucky opening dart, just the wrong side of the wire.
41.
I mentioned he's not used to close matches. He beat Richard Veenstra 4-2 in the tiebreak in the semi-finals last year with a 10-dart finish.
Good dart
to win the match.
Good match that was.
Wasn't
Very
it
good
just?
match. Dutch contingent, we talked about the vociferous supporters, some of the players also watching on. There's Wesley Harms.
He's been deep in this tournament a couple of times, Wesley.
Good player.
58. Jeff, you require 170.
Well, for the sake of the match, it would be nice if he took this out. For the sake of the crowd.
For the sake of Glenn Durrant, I suspect he'd think not, since he gets a 5,000 quid bonus for his 167 earlier on, if that turns out to be the highest checkout.
There is a certain poetry in the highest checkout of the tournament being in the first leg of the tournament,
60.
isn't there?
Jeff, you require 72.
Certainly a spectacular start to this year's competition. Tops.
52.
Tugged that one south a little bit nervously.
He will be back. Aiming at double 10. Will he be under pressure, though? Be under some.
137.
He'll be under considerable pressure. That was excellent from Asada.
Good cover shot, wasn't it? Right, double 10. Double 5, it's getting harder.
Game shot in the third leg. J.Smith.
Made heavy weather of it, but he's just about hung on in there. Takes his throw and maintains a razor width advantage.
140.
Big leg, this one, in the context of the match. And a good start from Asada with the darts.
100.
Needed that last dart. Keep on the heels of Asada, actually just putting his nose ahead, but Asada still with the throw, still with advantage in this key leg. Still we've not had a maximum.
It's become a bit of a scrap, this, isn't it? Oh, that's unlucky.
It is a dogfight. It's going to go the distance, this, you suspect. Rebound off the treble wire, that was, I think.
100.
51 points off the floor.
Wasn't a long way short of hitting him on the follow-through. Is it now?
123.
Of course, had to go down. It's not a good idea to catch your darts.
20s. No, so
97.
set point Smith.
Jeff, you require 98.
98. Well, that's what he wanted. Double 19 now for the set. Oh, dear, dear, dear.
90.
Disconsolately hurls his third dart away
40.
and leaves himself on double 4. Double 10 to keep the set alive. Double 5.
Oh, he knows how big this dart is.
30.
He didn't make a terribly good fist of it, did he?
Jeff, you require
Right,
8.
Smith again for the set. Double 4. That's the one he wanted. And Smith goes 2-1 up. And Asada's going to be kicking himself.
Game on. 57.
He is a good front runner, as we've mentioned a couple of times, Jeff Smith.
121.
And you wouldn't put it past him to race through this set. Mind you, he's been somewhere short of his best.
Yeah, he's sort of been feeding on scraps, hasn't he, rather than really weighing in. Just about keeping his nose ahead. He knows that he can throw very much better than this, and if he gets through, we're probably going to have to play a lot better to get through against, is it Brian Dawson you said in the next round? The Yorkshireman would fancy beating either of them on this sort of form.
100.
That wasn't a frozen frame, that was actually as it was.
95. Seagull, you require 161.
Can be done.
Still can be done. Still can be done. Has been done.
First leg, Seagull Asada.
At last, the lakeside crowd on their feet.
Game on.
That's what this match needed.
Best checkout of the match so far. And only Glenn Durrant has achieved a better one in the opening match, the opening leg of the match, that 167 this afternoon.
140.
Asada building on that 161 checkout with a very good start to this next set, this next leg.
Here we go then. Wakey, wakey, everybody.
A long time coming. Is it going to be a little bit like buses? Are we going to see another? No.
105.
Good thinking.
So 116 for Smith now to square up the set. 6 darts from here. Shuttle 20 would leave his favourites. He's got an opportunity. Double 18.
98.
Fancied that.
We'll want another one of those.
96. Jeff, you require 18.
112 required for Asada. Double 9 Smith. 144. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. He's in the 20.
Seagull, you require 112.
So a couple of times we've seen a sloppy dart from Jeff Smith. Treble 20 for double 16 would hurt. He can't now finish Asada. He thought that second one was in.
So double 9 again.
Jeff, you require 18.
Second attempt. It's the other side this time. But that's the adjustment he needed, and squares up the set again.
Game on.
Important dart, that one, Vassos.
Yeah, solid ton, wasn't it, from Asada? 3 decent darts. One just north, one just south. And one in the middle.
42.
And that helps the Japanese cause. Must hold his darts here, you feel?
99.
Averages, Asada on 85, Smith on 82. But Smith ahead in the match.
136.
Checkout percentages similar as well. Smith 42%, Asada 38%. It's a tight match, which is what we expected before it began.
121.
Asada's average has been pretty consistent around the 86, 87 mark. Jeff Smith started Around about the 99-100 mark.
Must-win leg for Asada, this.
97.
Good cover shot, needed that.
Yes, good last start. Pressures the 84.
Certainly does. Great first dart, double 12. Double 6 now, this is a big one. And he's blown it, so Smith gets a chance to hurt him.
You'd think he will have a dart at a double, whether it be a double 6 or a bullseye. Oh, he can't find one treble 19.
88.
So double 3, Asada. Well, could go 2 double 2. Goes straight at it, so now it's 1 double 1. Ouch, that has missed by, well, not a mile, but a long way in darting terms.
Is he going 6 double 16? Yes, he is. 2 darts at double 16 to move to within one leg of the first round proper.
Asada had his chances there, didn't he? Couldn't take them. And so Smith now needs one more leg, and he's into the first round proper. And that's a great way to start it. On the throw with a good 140.
He missed 4 darts at a double to hold his throw.
97.
Seigo Asada in that last leg.
He's going to feel like he's lost this one, Asada. He's going to feel as though he's been the author of his own demise if it happens that way.
95.
And 95 to follow the 140. Smith 266 away.
93.
Not being put under much pressure either.
No, it's he's very much in the box seat now, isn't he? Oh, look at this, what a time to do this. Another ton 40.
Well, this is how he started the match. And somehow he's come towards the end of it on the brink of victory, despite playing, well, some of the poorest darts we've seen from him on that stage.
126, Asada not on a finish, so he's got 6 darts from 126. Just setting it up. Oh dear, that's a poor last dart.
Again, sloppy.
That's outstanding. Now then, 87, Smith for the match. And how will he rue that sloppy last dart in his last visit? We will see. 87. 20 he needs now. Bullseye then. And he's taken it! 87 wins it on the bull. And Jeff Smith is through into the next round. Seigo Asada can hardly believe it. He thinks he should be there. And Jeff Smith, I think, when he looks back at that one, he's going to think maybe that is one he got away with. If he's going to go deep into this tournament, he's going to need to play a lot better than that. But he's through, and the statistic that matters, they've been fairly ordinary averages, but the statistic he wants is that it's a win, and he's beaten Seigo Asada by 3 sets to 1.